Three quick reasons I believe John is recording actual history. First of all, he places a premium on being a witness to things. So, for example, here he says, the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. We have seen his glory. Elsewhere he says, he who saw it has borne witness. His testimony is true. Elsewhere he says, both of them were running together. The other disciple outran Peter. He reached the tomb first. Stooping to look in, he saw the linen clothes. So he places premium on things he saw. Second reason is that he answers some questions raised by the synoptics. So, for example, the accusation brought against Jesus in his trial. It says, we heard him say, I will destroy this temple that is made with hands, and in 3 days I will build another not made with hands. But we don't see Jesus saying this anywhere in the synoptics. You know where we find it? We find it in John when Jesus says, destroy this temple and in 3 days I will raise it up. And the third reason is that the character of Jesus, the sayings of Jesus, align with the character of Jesus in the synoptics. So, for example, in the synoptics, Jesus speaks in parables. In John, he doesn't necessarily teach any parable, but he speaks in parables. So, for example, Jesus here is speaking about the harvest and sowing and reaping and times of the harvest. And that aligns perfectly with Jesus saying that the harvest is plentiful and laborers are few. Same metaphor he uses in John 4. So the character is consistent. Not only that, of all the names John calls Jesus in all his writings, the name he never uses for Jesus is the title Son of Man. That title Son of Man is something uniquely synoptic, and look at how he exegetes it in his gospel. He says he has given him authority to execute judgment because he is the Son of Man. So John uses that term Son of Man and links it to judgment, which is something we see over and over again in the synoptics, for example. For the Son of Man is going to come with his angels to do what? To repay each person according to what he has done. So the term Son of Man is linked with judgment, both in synoptics and in John. There's a bonus one I'll give just because why not? Over here in Luke, he tells us the story of two sisters. And what does he say? Martha was distracted with much serving. But what did Mary do? Mary sits down at the Lord's feet listening to his teaching. From absolutely nowhere, John himself records a story about these two sisters. And what is Martha doing? It says Martha served. And what is Mary doing? She's literally at the feet of Jesus. So all this and more convinces me John is recording history. Take care.